Welcome to my Hebrew channel, Mila Braika. I'm looking at 4 verses out of the Psalms today, and I'm doing 4 verses together so that we can pick up on the structure. There are numerous things that repeat, and certain elements of the Hebrew repeats itself, and that repetition tells us that there's something important happening there, the structure's there, and so structure can also speak to us. So let's just take a quick look here at some of the structures that we see here. And we begin with Yehovah behashamayim hazdeha. So we're going to, your faithful love, hazdeha, your mercy, your faithfulness. Chesed, of course, is a segolate all by itself, but when you put it together, it still has one of the segolate elements in it, but when you agglutinate the whole thing, you also lose the milel accenting. So hazdeha. So Yehovah behashamayim hazdeha. Jehovah, your faithful love, Hazdeha, reaches the heavens. Behashemayim is in the heavens. Now, one of the reasons we're looking at the structure is that rather than just affirming this as a predicate construction, this actually does have some direction to it. So we look to the heavens for your love. And we're studying Psalm 36, verses 5 and 6, and we start out here with Yehovah, and we end it with Jehovah, okay, right here and right here. So this is what's known as inclusio. We fit things, and try to put it up here so I can kind of see it. Anyway, two things come together, okay? Let's put this one up here and this one up here, okay? Here we go. Yeah. So there we go. They're included. So Yehovah behashemayim hazdeha, and then over here, Toshia Yehovah. Okay, so this one and this one here form an envelope around what we're seeing. Now there's another set of words, another set of pronouns. We're going to see all the way through it here. Hazdeha, amunatecha, sidkatecha, mishpatecha. Okay, these are all second person suffix pronouns all in a row right here. We're even going to see it in the second section. Our author here likes the second person. He likes talking to God. So Yehovah behashamayim hazdeha. Hazdeha. Okay, your faithfulness, your faithful love. Amunatecha, this is your faithfulness. Amunah, construct form, of course, of this amunah. So, and each time you're going to attach a pronoun, you're going to attach it to the construct form. So that's what we have in all of these here. Okay, construct form, construct. So, amunatecha ad shehakim, to the clouds. Okay, all the way up to the clouds. This is before we start talking about the cloud as a place for storing things, storing information, but this is all the way up to the clouds. Amunatecha ad shehakim. Sidkatecha, there's a matech here, and because of matech, I'm willing to pronounce the shava. Okay, so sidkatecha, mishpatecha. Okay, in fact, this one's a segol. You're going to pronounce it no matter. There's no sound form of segol here. So mishpatecha. So faithfulness, amunatecha, ad shakim, to the clouds. Sidkatecha, your righteousness. Okay, harer el. Okay, harer el. I'm willing to use this one as a closed syllable, and the shava here is going to be silent here. This one's going to be pronounced. It's at the start, so it has to be pronounced. And the matech reminds of that as well. Okay, harecha, and the mountains of God. You can see this word with hey-resh or hey-resh, and this is what we see here. I think the hey-resh is a little bit more common, but of course in poetry, doubling up the R works fine. Keharer el, to the mountains of God. So we have Jehovah and we have God, and we're going to see the same sort of thing also in the next 2 verses. Beharer el, mishpatecha, your judgments. Okay, your judgment. Tehom rava, as the deepest. Now, we see Tehom all the way from Genesis 1 verse 2. Haaretz hayata tohu bohu ve'choshek al tehom. So over the depth of the abyss. Okay, the darkness was on the depth, over the depths of the abyss, over the tehom. We see it here, tehom. It's the whirlpool where things goes down. And so what we see here is, as the psalmist looks to the righteousness of God, truthfulness of God, the righteousness, judgments, it goes in all places, to the highest, to the furthest out, and also to the deepest. Okay, Tehom Rava. It extends in all directions with equal force all over the place, over the whole earth. All of these characteristics cover all of the aspects of nature and creation that we can see. So it's and Adam Ubema, okay, nice lovely bet here, and then takes the surik for the conjunction. Adam is man or mankind. Ubema and animals, beasts. Adam representative beasts, of course, animals. Adam Ubema Toshia, you rescue. This is the more general meaning of Toshia. Throughout the psalm, we're going to have the Shiwa, and at this point I'm not inclined to tie it to the Messiah or to Jesus, because we're covering here Behema. Okay, there's more general sense of this word, and I'm taking the general sense here. You rescue man and beast, Jehovah. Okay, Jehovah, that's what you do. This is that now. The subject of this verb right here. So, yeah, all of these, there aren't any verbal forms here, but you get to the end, yes, there's a verbal form, and Jehovah is the one that's rescuing man and beast. Mayakar, how precious or how valuable, okay, it's like pearls, same expression, you see, more or less kind of the same kind of thing. With the virtuous woman, Esher Hayil, also calling out how valuable she is. But here's Mayakar, Hazdeha, and we're back to Chesed, okay? How precious is your faithful love, your mercy. Mayakar, Hazdeha, okay? Haz, even close syllable here with the Shava. This one is pronounced Hazdeha, okay? And you'll see it right away with the Dagish. Once you have a Dagish, you're going to be pronouncing your Shava. Hazdeha, Elohim, God, back to God here. And Ubenei Adam, and the sons of man, Beshel Kenafecha. Now we've got the second person running again here. We had this one starting the other previous two verses here. Hazdeha, and now we have Kenafecha, we have Betecha, and we have Adnecha. Okay. Adanecha. So this is your faithfulness, so, O God, sons of man, Beshel, under the shadow, Kanafecha, of your wings, Yehezaun, they take refuge. And the third person plural is here, the surik, and we find it, oh, there's no surik over here, but there's a kibbutz sound for this thing anyway. So this is, they take refuge, and an emphatic nun right here, a nice emphatic nun right here as well. Almost going to call this one emphatic nun as well, but it's part of the root. So Yehashjun, they take refuge, emphatically. Yerun, and then emphatically they are filled. Okay. Medeshem, from the abundance, Beitiha, of your house. Okay. Lots of stuff in God's house, and those are blessings that God shares with us, and we have to think of them as far beyond what material blessings there would be. Take a look at the whole list we've been looking at here: His faithfulness, His righteousness, His loving kindness, His things that He shares with us. And these are part and package of the deshen that we have, Beitiha, in the house of God. Nahal Adaneha, that is your this is the stream. Nahal, it can be a small stream, but usually often a big stream. Nahal. If you just see Nahal sitting alone in narration, it's usually referring to the Euphrates. So Nahal Ad necha, that is of your refreshing stream, your refreshing stream. Ta shikam, okay, this is second person again. We're referring here to Elohim, and you give drink to them from your refreshing stream. Okay, back it up here. Tishakem denecha naha. Okay, nahar v'nahar ad necha tashkim. Okay, we're going to close this. We're not going to pronounce this shua here. Tashkem, tashkem. That is, you provide drink to them from your stream, refreshing stream. What we find here in the passage is that most certainly the chesed, the loving kindness of God, extends in many directions, but also is focused on when we are close to Him. He refreshes us, He protects us under the shadow of His wings, provides us with abundance from His house. All of these good things, they all come from the hand of God. So we must turn to God and look upon Him for blessings. Often in this day and age, we tend for material blessings, but most certainly must start with the spiritual blessings that God gives to us, and because that most certainly, even people living in poverty can receive these kinds of blessings. So God bless and God strengthen you. May God share of His faithful love with you each day, and He does that for those who serve Him and those who are faithful to Him. So God bless and God strengthen you in this day. Until the next time.